JP Morgan Tournament of Champions 2025. Men's round 2 match.
Start, obviously.
Joel Makin of Wales to serve. Ibrahim of Egypt to receive. Best of 5 games. Love all.
Joel Makin gets this. Day 4 underway. Taking on Ibrahim, the southpaw from Egypt.
Hang out, one love.
It's a real kind of Jekyll and Hyde affair between these two, Nicole. You've got the shot-making capabilities of Ibrahim and then the physical attributes of Makin. So it's a real case of who can implement
Hang out, 1-all.
He's found the accuracy with the cross-court width. That'll be a target area for Makin. Lefties notoriously, and I can speak from experience, have a weaker backhand than a forehand side, so Makin will look to bring as much as he can down this right-hand wall. Starve Ibrahim of that left side of the court where he is so dangerous.
That's slightly unorthodox technique from Ibrahim, but manages to make the corks work for him. The only time I think he really does get exposed, PJ, is when he's under pressure in that back right corner. Doesn't always get his feet set behind the ball and have to rely on the wrist, like there.
Also, historically, the majority of the game is played down the left-hand side of the court, isn't it? So it's not that often that you get to play and practice down this side. Looking at around, I would say 65, 70% of the play takes place on that left side. Terrific, and that's the danger. Anything slightly inaccurate from Makin will get the full treatment.
Stroke to Ibrahim. 3-2.
Quick hands there from Ibrahim. Such a unique technique.
blistering four-corner squash here. Trademark of Ibrahim.
Another lengthy rally, patient rally. Beautiful. That's an area that he's really worked on, Joel Makin. Short game.
3-all.
A bit more positivity, a bit more punch and precision.
About a 90-second rally there. So that is right on the money for Joel Makin.
Set up. Hanged out 4-3.
Just as you alluded to a few minutes ago, PJ, Makin looking to expose the right side of the court. Because when he gives him any sort of time, you can see that little hold and flick coming in on the forehand of Ibrahim. So a lot more action as we'd expect down the right side wall. That's a big miscue.
5-3.
Grip, perhaps. It's a lot warmer in here today, PJ.
It certainly is. I mean, it's absolutely freezing outside. Sub-zero temperatures, but certainly cranked up the heat. Perfect playing conditions for the players, and that again is the danger zone for Ibrahim.
6-3.
So many options and variables from that shoulder height, forehand volley area. 6-3 lead. Very brilliant.
Down. Left side. 7-3.
It's a solid start here from Ibrahim.
Yeah, Ibrahim's been the more proactive of the two players, hasn't he?
I mean, you were in Cleveland, obviously, and you saw Ibrahim play there. But it wasn't a great performance against El Shabaghi.
No, maybe
A lot
just
of unforced errors, but
yeah.
has that possibly held him in good stead coming into this week?
Well, I think so, because it can be a little bit harsh sometimes, over-analyzing a player's performance, especially if it's the first tournament back of the year, you know, over the holiday period. Some players don't get to train perhaps as much as they like to, and, you know, the first match back might just not be firing on all cylinders. So, you know, it's been about a week, 10 days time since then, and he'll have had some time to get some practice matches in, and probably have come to Philly early, and wouldn't be surprised where his brother's based, get some good hits in. So even just that 10 days of sharpening can make a really big difference, especially for a player like Ibrahim, who's got the squash.
Yeah.
It's a matter of sharpening it up.
Sharpening the tools, yep. He seems to be doing that well so far. This extends the lead, 5 points in this first game. He sits at 8-3. Well, the just reward for a lengthy rally there from Makin. Looking to extend this phase of the first game. Put some work into the legs of the Egyptian.
5-8.
Good tee position again from Makin, stepping in front of Ibrahim. Great angle, Nicole, just to see the movement of the players, isn't it? And their tee positions and
6-8.
their intent to look forward and get up and volley.
It really highlights the effort to get in front of their opponent, dominate that tee position. Whoever spends more time in front of the opponent is generally going to come out on top in the rallies. It looks like Ibrahim is doing a really good job of taking Joel Makin out of a metronomic rhythm. He's not letting him kind of extend the rallies on his terms.
Yeah, I feel like that's a real strong suit of the lefty, isn't it? You can see very heavy movements on that left leg.
Down.
Very left leg dominant. Tidy. Nice variation of pace there as well, though, Nicole. When he took it in short, took the pace off the ball a little bit, didn't he? Didn't go with much pace. Delicate hands.
And out.
And that's so tough to do with this brand new ball. Had the pleasure of playing in an exhibition doubles match yesterday on this court, and
oh, we saw. We saw.
Hopefully not too many people saw. And the ball was absolutely flying around. I mean, I couldn't believe it. So that gave me some indication of how difficult the ball is to put away on here, how difficult it is to hit a winner.
Yeah.
But Ibrahim has such soft hands, he's got such good touch that he's going to be able to find spots on the court like that at the front. Whereas I think Makin, he has improved the short game a lot, but I think that, you know, in the second and the third game, we're going to start to see his touch come through a little bit more.
Do you feel like the players' tactics will change somewhat then, Nicole, as you referenced the first game? It's a very lively ball and it's pinging around a lot more. Will they set out a particular game plan for the first and then look to adapt as the game continues, or will it be kind of a one-size-fits-all?
Well, I think that they're definitely going to need to use more height as the ball drops off for sure. So that's going to potentially change the pace of the game a little bit. It's going to make the length hitting a lot more important. Right now, they're able to, you know, just kind of smack the ball to the back and well below the service line height. And you can see all these shots are coming back. He's lucky to get away with that, Joel Makin. Just had a little bit of a slip.
7-9.
Going up to retrieve that forehand drop from Ibrahim. But to your point, I think that the tactics are going to change, just partly also based on how the physicality goes as well. Joel Makin's not going to drop off much, and Ibrahim looks like he's been in pretty good form recently, but when you're on the back end of a 20 or even a 30-minute game, which Joel Makin likes to impose on his opponents, tactics are going to have to change.
And there's a couple of errors just creeping in now from Yusuf Ibrahim. So obviously the game plan of Makin, not the ideal start. He has been behind for the most part, but he's slowly clawing his way back. Regardless of the outcome of this first game, I feel he'll be pleased, Nicole, that he's managed to draw out the length and duration, put some work into the legs of Ibrahim, primarily that left leg that he loves to play off so much.
It's always rewarding when you can see your opponent going lower and lower on the front wall when they're looking to attack.
Yes, lad. 8-9, right box.
Well, Joel Makin is notoriously
Do we
one
need
of the
court
heaviest
service?
sweaters on the world tour.
Okay, let's have court service quickly.
The beard not doing much of a job as a sweatband, really. Sweat absorber.
Yeah, we haven't actually seen too much court service actually the past few days, because the surface has been holding up pretty well. But
8-9.
These two, we could see a few used stoppages for that.
is good accurate hitting from John Makin. He's just starting to find his corners with a bit more regularity.
Yes, let 8-9.
Another testing rally. We hit the late stones of this crucial first game. Starting to control this rally now, Ibrahim.
He's earning himself plenty of time on the ball, so he's got lots of options every time he's in the middle of the court.
Yes, let player review Makin on the yes, let decision.
I thought that was a good decision initially. I mean, there is a bit of interference possibly, but it's been a very clean, free-flowing game so far. Ibrahim does a decent job of trying to get out of the way. It'd be a soft stroke though, it'd be a soft stroke this for me.
But for me though, look how close Ibrahim is to Joel Makin's back. He's trying to swing there, and I think he just catches himself on his elbow. You can see here, it's just his elbow actually touches Ibrahim as Joel Makin tries to swing. So I totally get your point, BJ, because we don't like to see soft strokes given, but if he hits it, he's going to hit Ibrahim.
Stroke to Makin. Decision overruled. Makin has two reviews remaining from the left.
A little risky, I know, as you said, but
yeah, he's been a little bit unfortunate there. I mean, it has been so clean up to that point.
Stroke to Ibrahim.
Ooh. It's worth a review. It's worth a review.
The stroke decision.
It's another little. It's a bit of a. It's not a great shot, is it? Though, when you see it again, he backs into it. Doesn't really offer a line, does he?
Well, it's loose and it's heavy.
Yeah.
Right. That's about a foot away from the sidewall. So.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a quality shot.
Stroke to Ibrahim.
It was neither short nor deep, was it? In that kind of no man's land area.
8 out, 10-9. Game ball.
(10-9) game ball for Ibrahim to take the first. Trouble. It's interesting, Nicole, that when John Makin hits a slightly loose ball, how much he pushes up the court just to cover the danger.
Didn't fully clear there,
two corners.
Makin. That's a reason of the yes.
Yeah, he really, really has to, and he's got the physical capabilities to be able to cover all four corners.
10-9, game ball.
But with the weapons that Ibrahim has, he cannot afford to give him that much space into the front.
Down.
Oh, he's floored him.
And out 10-all. A player must win by 2 points.
Might do well to use a wristband, Ibrahim. See the sweat dripping down the forearm.
And the pair of them, yeah. Quite fitting, really, to have a tie-break in the first game. It's been well contested from both players. Quality's been very high, as you'd expect from these two. Two terrific pickups under pressure here, Makin.
Yes, let. Player review Making on the yes, let decision. Yes, I'm paying attention to that.
Making, using full use of his reviews in this first game.
I mean, it's not a great shot, is it? He's hit it back to himself in that area, Ibrahim. He's been kept in a little bit. The left hand of Makin does actually keep Ibrahim in there. That could be the saving grace, possibly.
Yeah, I think that's his undoing for
Yeah.
Makin, to be honest, because like you said, it's not a great shot.
Yes, let decision failed. Making has no reviews remaining. Mr. Making, the reason for the yes, let, yes, but I want to clarify that is because of your left hand on your opponent. 10-all.
So John Makin has actually lost his 2 review opportunities. Unless, of course, we make it into a 5th game where both players will then receive 1 review.
Well, I think that Makin knows exactly how crucial this first game is. He's made a big comeback. He was down 8-4.
Yeah.
So he needs to kind of use every single opportunity that he can get to try and convert.
Out. And out, 11-10. Game ball.
It's now Ibrahim serving with another game ball. Over 20 minutes for this first game. So as I said earlier, even though, regardless of the outcome of this first game, John Makin will be pleased with the duration.
Down.
That's another error. 3 errors in this
Out.
last phase
11-all.
from Ibrahim Nicole. It's just the way he plays, though, isn't it? Lives by the sword, dies by the sword.
And he's anxious to get over the finish line.
Yeah.
That's what these long rallies are going to do from Joel Makin as he tries to extend them. He's going to probably just feel that
Yes, let.
impatience
11-all.
rising in Ibrahim. And as the rally goes on, the margin's going to get finer and finer.
Put up. And out, 12-11. Game ball.
It's another game ball for Ibrahim.
Stroke to
He's got the stroke.
Making.
Yeah, again, you
Yes,
saw the contact, didn't you? He's gone
you
for the
wanna
review,
review? Yes,
Nicole, but it
player
looked like,
review,
as you
Ibrahim
alluded
on
to
the
before, the
stroke.
elbow. You can
That
just see the
one-
judder of the arm, though.
Yeah, you can. He's made that pretty big swing, but yeah, you can
Stroke
see
to
the
Making,
contact,
decision
though,
bell.
as you said,
Ibrahim
BJ.
has 1 review remaining. Hand out, 12-all.
So we're locked in, 12-all. The drama continues. It's another brutal rally.
This is frantic. Some big.
Oh my goodness.
Hand out, 13-12. Game ball.
Do drop in. I mean, that is as casual as you like.
You can see the smile on his face as he hit that.
Absolutely ridiculous.
13-12, game ball.
Another game ball for Yusuf Ibrahim. Almost deserves it after that, Nicole.
The tension was rising in that rally. Trick it with a pin. Be able to come out with a shot like that. It's pretty outrageous. He's definitely enjoying himself out there, Yusuf Ibrahim. There's a slip.
That's the slip. So the front left-hand corner, Yusuf Ibrahim, is very left leg dominant.
13-all.
He can actually get away with this kind of slipping and this movement, Nicole, on the wooden floor, but on the glass floor, the grip is so strong that that movement isn't allowed to happen because it just jars his knee.
Yeah, I think that he may have just caught a sweat droplet up there.
I also think it's just the surface, though, isn't it? I just think there's a bit more give in this.
Yeah, absolutely. It certainly is. And he had to put so much momentum into that lunge. Oh,
It's a stroke.
Stroke to Makin.
He was onto it like a flash, as we alluded to earlier, when those loose shots come in and Ibrahim has the chance to go short. You've got to credit Makin with his tee position and his intent to go forward, as now Makin serves with a game ball. I think we're going to get a hell of a reaction from Makin if he does manage to take this first, Nicole. Kept his composure well, hasn't he? As I said, 8-4 down, but he's not retracted away from his intended game plan, you can see.
No, he's not panicked whatsoever, and he's kept the error count very low. He's made Yusuf Ibrahim have to win it.
Stroke to Makin.
Yeah.
15-13.
There's pump and there's a head nod.
Game to Makin. Makin leads
There's the
1-8.
Straight out to the corner, the head jut, bit of a shake of the head. He'll be a little bit disappointed with the start to the first as Mal Jenkins heads to his corner. What a first game. 29 minutes of high quality squash between these two, making the number 5 seed. Leads 1-0.